Chương trình này được bảo trợ bởi
Family Joy, tổ ấm y tế của mọi gia đình, 714 898 0765.
Hi, welcome to the OC Health and Education Show on Little Saigon TV. I'm your host, Julie Yip. To us, OC stands for our community because we believe that our community is stronger when we come together. We thank you for joining us each Tuesday evening on channel 56.10 and on Wednesday morning. This is a bilingual English and Vietnamese program dedicated to educating, empowering, and inspiring our community. And today, we hope to inspire you to give during the holiday season. We have invited 3 special guests, Nikki from the PuristGroup, Wing Lam from Wahoo's Taco, and my friend Ben Tran from SSAHaus and OTE to talk about the importance of how we should be a model for our children to give back to the community. Julie kính chào quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV trong chương trình kiến thức y khoa gia đình và xã hội. Julie cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV đã ủng hộ chương trình mỗi thứ Ba lúc 7 giờ tối trên đài 56.10 và sáng thứ Tư. Chương trình đây là chương trình OC Health and Education. Đây là chương trình song ngữ. Julie hy vọng đem tới quý vị thông tin quan trọng cho quý vị. Hôm nay mình nói về holiday giving, làm sao mình làm mẫu cho con của mình, cho tương lai để cho giúp cho cộng đồng của mình. Nikki, and welcome everybody to the show.
Hi.
Welcome.
Now, Nikki, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm born and raised in Los Angeles, and in 2013 I got into the humanitarian field and was discovering volunteering, and a friend brought me in to volunteer for one organization, and it spiraled out of that, and I just keep helping a lot of organizations over the years.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do. And Wing, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Well, this is fun. I mean, this is, again, great to be in the holiday spirit, giving. And Wahoo's Fish Tacos teamed up with the California Love Drop, where I'm one of the co-founders. And together we've been going out to the community for the last 2.5 years, taking care of all the frontliners. And during the holiday, we've been taking care of the kids through the toy drive. So I think that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Yes, well, thank you so much for being here. And Ben, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here again.
Well, you know, we've done some work together already. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about what you do in the community.
What I do is we work with, obviously, Orange County Autism Foundation. We help collect toy drives for less fortunate kids and help out the community.
Now, about OTE, because not everybody, because you represent SSAHaus and OTE. What does OTE do for the community?
So SSA, it's our business where we help maintain cars, exotic cars and the rigs, right? We build everything in-house. And OTEs are overlanding group where we get people together in the community and clean up the trail on the backside of Big Bear. So we adopt a trail called 3N16, about 8-mile trail. So we bring the family out there once a month, we go out there and clean out the rain gutters and the fire roads for everybody to use.
Well, thank you so much. You know, when we talk about holiday giving, what I wanted to do was bring together a group of friends. And these are people what I feel like really has a heart for the community and really want to make a model and give an invitation for the community to participate. Now, Nikki, what does it mean to you to give back?
To give back is to give anything and any resources or anything that you have to give to those who need it and fulfill the unmet need.
What about you, Wing? How does it feel when you give back? Because I see you all over the place.
We call it spreading the love, right? The joy. It's something, you know, and I learned it a long time ago, is when you give somebody a gift, like the toy that we're about to all embark on the toy season, it's not the actual toy. It's the actual unwrapping of the toy. It's the hidden surprise. So to see a kid that one is not as fortunate as some of us to be able to get something, but just watch them open. That's the really fun stuff.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, you know, because when we do our annual breakfast with Santa, we have about 5,000 people that attend this event and about 1,000 kids and toys that we distribute. And we have about 500 volunteers who help us get this event ready, but I make them wrap every toy. And people always ask me, Julie, it's so much to do. Why do we have to do that? And I said, you know, when I give, I want to give to these kids the experience of unwrapping, because we would never give our children a toy that's unwrapped, right? So I really like that reminder that, you know, giving, when we give back, it's like that unwrapping feeling. So thank you, Wing, for that reminder. Now, Ben, what about you? You have 2 kids.
Yes,
what does it mean to you to be an example for your kids?
It's giving something to look forward to, because a lot of the younger generation now I see today, they don't have like the old school morals, and I feel like that's lacking a lot right now. And coming from, I'm not that old obviously, but you know, I have an old soul, they say, and I just want to carry that tradition going on, because you know, sometimes they don't see it, it's out of mind, it's out of sight, and when they see me do what I do, they'll carry it on with them too.
I love that you always bring your kids out, you know,
everywhere,
even with my kids too, when we have done OC Autism, they were only, I want to say maybe 2 and 5 years old or something when we started. And now my daughter is going on to college, which is crazy to think how fast things work. Julie muốn cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV. Hôm nay Julie mời được 3 người bạn. Trước nhất là chị Nikki. Nikki là một đại diện cho PuristGroup, một cái nhóm cái bằng car enthusiast. Có rất nhiều người có xe rất là xịn, là mấy cái exotic car, tới mỗi người đem quà tặng cho mấy em. Có thể lãnh cũng mấy chục ngàn đồ chơi lận. Kế bên Nikki là Wing Lam, một người chủ của Wahoo's Taco. Đó là một cái taco, quý vị lúc mà quý vị đi là Staples Center hay đi đâu ở vài cộng đồng mình cũng có rất nhiều cái taco. Đây là trước nhất là Taco là một trung tâm mà bán taco mà cũng có California Love để giúp cho cộng đồng của mình. Kế bên anh Wing là anh Bình Tran là một người chủ của SSAHaus, là sửa xe cho mấy cái exotic, là mấy cái xe rất là mắc tiền phải không anh? Mà cũng là giúp cho tạo ra mấy cái rigs, là cái xe mà đi ra ngoài, đi cắm trại hay đi xa, mà anh Bình muốn làm mẫu cho con của mình để cho thấy trong cái tương lai, để cho giúp cho cộng đồng, với có cái niềm thương cho cộng đồng. I'm trying my best to recap everything that you guys are saying, but you know, I don't speak Vietnamese very well, but I dare go on to the TV show. You know, but I think that's one thing about it, is that I love this energy where we can just come together and not feel like we're competing against each other, because there are so many toy drives throughout the year. And there's so many worthy causes, but I think each of us have different groups of people that comes to our events. You know, to me as a therapist, I see it almost kind of like group therapy. You know, you got group therapy for your rigs, you got group therapy for the exotics, and you got group therapy for the surfer world, you know. But I think when we come together and have this friendship that we're having today, it really changes us and really gives us that fuzzy feeling inside. Now, I want to just keep this open for all of you guys. You know, when you give back in the community, I know it takes a lot of money. I know it takes a lot of energy. And, you know, because we're leaders in the community, we get pulled all over the place. How do you manage work-life balance? Or do you?
You basically, I mean, it's very hard to balance everything, but when you have that time, you could be doing something else. Why not use it to give back?
Thank you. What about you, Wing?
It's hard to say no. I mean, because literally, we were just talking about earlier, there's invitations for every holiday party, every toy drive, every car show. So it's just managing. But if we can include our families in doing it, so then it's not as bad.
Right.
But you got to make sure that you pay attention to your family at the events as well. So it's always this juggling, you know.
It's getting good balance, you know. Most importantly with me is I bring my family everywhere, my kids. And then on my team, without the team, I wouldn't have the team support. I can only do so much, but with the team, it makes it a lot easier for me.
You know, what I love is that, you know, when we become friends and we know each other's schedule, it almost seems like the best way to do it is kind of divide and conquer. Right? Divide and conquer. We can't be at every event, but we know, okay, Wing's taking care of this event, so I don't have to be there. You know, but I love that because, you know, for me, I struggled for a long time with mental health, but as well as finding that work-life balance. I think I went to work as an escape from my mental health pains. But then now that I have this balance, the mental balance and the physical balance, is that I do, first of all, I actually check on myself first, which I never used to do. You know, as Nikki and I were talking earlier, I said, oh, I'm still in the jacuzzi getting ready for the show. but because, you know, during the holiday is such a stressful event. So I want to learn, you know, how we can help each other and how we can be at each other's events. So after the commercial break, we'll definitely have an opportunity to talk more about the events and learn more about your respective organizations. Julie Diệp, cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV. Hôm nay Julie rất vui để mời được 3 người bạn rất thân với mình để giúp cho cộng đồng của mình. Julie biết là trong mùa ngày lễ mình rất là bận rộn mà mình phải nhớ để cho mình giúp nhau với chia cái thời gian để cho mình được tới tham dự rất nhiều cái chương trình. Sau vòng quảng cáo chúng ta sẽ tiếp tục nói chuyện với mấy bạn của PuristGroup, Wahoo's Taco, California Love và SSAHaus. Cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV.